What do Chuck Norris, John Hamm, and Carrie Underwood all have in common?
Today's their birthday. It's Friday, March 10th. I'm Hallie Driggers.
And I'm Isaac Cinnamon. Wave TV starts now.
DJ is that name and you know I can make it rain.
It's a fight night, all these wanna fight. 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 It's a fight night, all these wanna fight.
You might be tired of hearing it, but the biggest case of the Lowcountry has finally come to a close. Jacqueline Holt tells us more.
2 years after Murdock reported his dead wife and son, the verdict is finally here. Murdock was found guilty for murdering the both of them and was sentenced to life in prison. Murdock faces 99 charges stemming from 19 grand jury indictments for various crimes, including allegedly defrauding his clients and former law firm of nearly $9 million, as well as the family housekeeper that died by a, quote, trip and fall accident, and Stephen Smith, who was found dead in the middle of the road after investigating the double homicide of Margaret and Paul. Murdock still claims to be innocent, but the judge retaliated with, quote, maybe it was the monster you've become.
The monster you become when you take 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 opioid pills.
Hopefully all the people affected and all the investigations undergoing get some answers. For Wave TV, I'm Jacqueline Holt.
Look out for Wave TV in the halls next week as we ask you all what you think about the trial.
Last weekend, our team was able to go to Columbia for the Southern Interscholastic Press Association, aka SIPA. Solomon Malat recaps the event.
Last weekend, the Wave TV crew was able to go to the SIPA convention in Columbia. SIPA is a 3-day conference focused around scholastic journalism.
I think with the things I have learned during the sessions, it's definitely made me more passionate about newspaper, literary magazine, broadcasting, and all of that stuff. And it's also taught me a lot of things that I may not have ever known without doing the classes.
Each day of SIPA featured a keynote speaker in the morning and multiple presentations throughout the day by different professionals. Each event focused on some aspect of journalism, whether it be on-camera presence, writing an investing story, or maintaining social media.
I've taken the courses for journalism for the literary magazine, and I feel like I've learned a lot and taken a lot back. I really like the social activities they do here as well.
The conference isn't all panels though. It also features many activities like an ice cream social, a karaoke/dance party, and various on-site competitions.
One thing that excites me about all these conferences is when journalists get together with other journalists. They kind of geek out and they kind of find people who are the same as them. Because sometimes there's not many on a campus, so when you get a whole room full of people who kind of have the same passion, they share that passion, and that's what gets exciting.
Wave TV extends our thanks to those from the district who funded this trip for us, and to Mrs. Donahue for the opportunity. The team learned a lot about how to improve our show, and we plan to implement some of those ideas very soon. Reporting for Wave TV, I'm Solomon Malat.
We learned a lot last weekend, and hopefully you'll start to see some of these improvements in our show.
Bringing it back to the whole school, HOSA, STUCO, and NHS are bringing awareness to Relay for Life. Ava Grafton explains what this organization is all about.
Relay for Life is an annual fundraising organization from the American Cancer Society with a goal of raising money and awareness for cancer research. The theme for the event is March Madness. Ms. Litz tells us more.
Relay for Life is an event that raises money for the American Cancer Society, and it started decades ago as kind of a symbolic event. In the event, there are different groups that are there representing high school, business, etc., that have a person that are typically walking the track in kind of memoriam and honor of a person who's either fighting cancer, lost their battle with cancer, or supporting somebody who has cancer. People, or either in memoriam or in honor or in support, will purchase these luminaries that will line the track and will be lit up with the names of those people who have had cancer to be honored.
The event will be occurring on March 24th at the Charleston Southern University campus. This year, the SHS team has a goal of raising $3,000 among students, staff, and other donors. All the proceeds from Zaxby's for the week of March 13th through the 17th will be going to the American Cancer Society, as well as the ticket sales from the pep rally hosted in honor of the event. Luminaries will be available for sale at the Spirit Shop. If you would like to donate or participate in the event, visit the SHS team on the American Cancer Society Relay for Life website. Reporting for Wave TV, I'm Ava Grafton.
Make sure to come out and support all of those who have been affected by cancer.
Now for all you bookworms out there, Max Anderson and Trevor Semino are here with some new page-turners for you to read.
While most of us are probably waiting on the release of What Happened to Ruthie Ramirez or perhaps the next Warrior Cats book to be released, that's not what we're here to talk about today.
Today we're here to talk about 6 books we think you should read.
For the fans of iCarly, Jeanette McCurdy released her book, I'm Glad My Mom Died, last year. Her book is based on her struggles as a child actor, her overbearing mother, and how she retook control over her life.
For fans of dystopian and romance novels, The Grace Year is about 16-year-old girl Tierney James, who along with other girls is said to have magic powers. They are sent to a forest where they are expected to learn how to control those powers. Tierney finds love in that forest, but not who you would expect.
And for those who never felt any romantic attraction to someone else, you're not alone. The story Loveless by Alice Osman follows Georgia, who's sure her true love is waiting for her. Georgia is more uncertain about her feelings than ever. Has she been destined to remain loveless, or has she been looking for the wrong thing all along?
For those who like history, The Magnolia Palace is a historical fiction book told from 2 separate points in time about 2 models and the dark history of the Frick residence. This story does a great job of being a historical book while also having a little bit of romance.
For those who like a little darker books, there's They All Had a Reason, where 16-year-old Charlotte is convinced her life will be perfect if she could get past the one obstacle in her way. A girl who seems to have it all. But when that girl is murdered, Charlotte's life only gets worse.
For those who like thrillers, Fairy Tale by 17-year-old Charlie Reed adventures into another world after gaining access to a portal in a man's shed. In this other world, the inhabitants are in danger as their leaders might destroy the world, and Charlie is thrown into the role of a hero.
Well, those are some real page-turners, but that's all we have for today. Reporting for WaveTV, I'm Max Anderson.
And I'm Trevor Semino.
Gotta love Stephen King, always finding new ways to creep his readers out.
Today is National Mario Day. Jackson Brown gives us some info on this cool holiday.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Mario Day. With the Mario movie right around the corner, I feel like now would be a good time to go through the history of Mario.
To start things off, Mario's first appearance was actually in Donkey Kong, released in arcades back in the July of 1981. He wasn't called Mario back then, but instead called Jumpman. It's still Mario, basically. While still being in the arcades, Mario actually got his name with the release of Mario Bros. In early April, just 2 years after.
Another 2 years later, with the release of the Famicom, the Japanese version of the Nintendo Entertainment System, Super Mario Bros. Was released, being the start of Mario's famous platforming career. There were actually 2 sequels to Super Mario Bros., being The Lost Levels in Japan and Super Mario Bros. 2 here in the United States, both featuring Mario's brother Luigi as a playable character. The Super Nintendo released on November 21st of 1990, and with it Super Mario World, where Mario finally gets his signature blue overalls as well as his companion Yoshi. The SNES also had the start of Mario's racing career with Super Mario Kart. June 23rd, 1996 had the release of the Nintendo 64, capable of displaying games in the third dimension. Super Mario 64 came out the same day, being a fantastic showcase of the console's power. Mario 64 was also the debut of Mario's voice actor from now on, Charles Martinet, who also voices Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi. The Nintendo 64 also had the release of Paper Mario, Mario Party, and the ever so famous Super Smash Bros. From this point, there have been many fantastic Mario games released, as well as many of the other games being remade. Jumping for Wave TV, I'm Jackson Brown.
Who knew Mario could have so much history? Let's just hope Chris Pratt doesn't make it worse in April.
Man, spring really is right around the corner, and this weekend, get ready to spring forward as Hallie and Abby fill us in on daylight savings.
Hey there, Somerville. It's that time of year again to spring forward. Get it? Because it's spring?
Wait, Hallie. It's the last ever time change for daylight savings.
Wait, what are you talking about?
You didn't see it? The Sunlight Protection Act was approved, which means we'll never have to set our clocks back again.
Wait, are you saying what I think you're saying?
Oh, I'm saying what you think I'm saying you're saying.
More time in the sun?
More fun to be done?
Let's go!
Hopefully we brightened your day.
Happy spring! Reporting for Wave TV, I'm Hallie Driggers.
And I'm Abby Litz.
Wow, that's literally an hour of my life I'll never get back.
It's okay. Well, that's all we have for this week, Somerville. I'm Hallie Driggers.
And I'm Isaac Cinnamon. Have a great weekend.